Hello everybody and welcome to Senran Kagura Shinovi versus episode, I believe it's 7. Quick review. Gonna jump right in because, a lot happened this episode and at the same time nothing happened this episode, and I don't know how that works. So we start where we left off with Yumi and Fubuki about to fight. We find out that Kagura knows of Kurokage, and then we get a long flashback sequence of Kurokage and Hanzo's there and a character called Yume who is like his waifu, and it's honestly quite interesting because in the old games it doesn't focus on Kurokage and Hanzo, like it's when they're younger, and I enjoyed it. It was good to see. It was actually, I was like, what dudes? That's weird. But then we go back to the present day after, like I said, a long section. I'm not going to go into all of it because that would take a long time. Yumi and Fubuki start their fight. They're having a good old fight, and then meanwhile the team of evil ninjas, I guess I'll just say, the 10 of them, or 11 of them technically, and the talking Yoma, there's like a little scene with them. But basically the Yoma just says, hey, let's fight. And then Yumi transforms into like her stage 2, her super secret ice, I think they call it Ice Queen in here. She uses that. It's where her eyes go red and she gets like the ice sword. And then we go back to more Kurokage backstory with him. This is him getting like essentially kicked out of the ninja place and going off on his own. And it's interesting to see all this. But and then after a bit more of that, we get the scene where he adopts Yumi, which I believe was in one of the games, but it wasn't animated, obviously. So yeah, good to see. We go back to the present day. Yumi's like winning, and then Fubuki's like, okay, actually transforms only to a stage 1, like a regular transformation, whereas Yumi is in stage 2 technically. This is just how I'm wording it in my head. I hope that makes sense to everyone. And then Yumi gets wrecked basically in one hit, and then she remembers Fubuki, and so basically Fubuki came to live with them when they were younger. I hope there's a reason for that. And it like will tie in, like, why did Kurokage, like adopt, not really adopt, but just let them live with her. Like, I hope there is a good reason. But maybe not, There will be. Everyone has depressing backstories, so there will be. But then Fubuki declares war on all Shinobi, and then so basically she's teamed up with the Yoma to take out all Shinobi, and the twins are not aware of this. And then episode ends with all 20 of the, or 26 I guess, of the Shinobi, or 28. Everybody's up in the same place now. That's a good way to end it, or a good place to say it. So I guess next episode they'll all be fighting, and the Hanzo girls are still like crucified, so I guess they'll be getting them down. So that's gonna be next episode. This episode, like I said, I enjoyed it for the backstory bits. I enjoy it, but I kind of feel like cheaped out that we don't get actual fight with Yumi and Fubuki. But hey, budgets. So yeah, join us next week where hopefully some good stuff happens, and I'll see you then.